How can you build your personal brand on social media? Look, your personal brand is in every interaction, right? It's what people say about you when you're not in the room. It's in your emails, your out of office messages. It's in your voice messages. It's in your ringtone, maybe even if it's in the clothes you're wearing. It's in any interaction, any touch point, as it were, with other people. However, this week is Social Media Day, National Social Media Day, and social media, of course, is a really powerful way in which you can build your personal brand online. And so that's what I'm going to focus on this week and today in this video. So how do you build your personal brand on social media? Well, I'm going to give you a quick framework, the who, what, where. So the who, and by the way, I'm actually assuming that you know what your personal brand is, which is a big assumption, I know, but I've helped you out on that on previous podcast episodes. So if you don't know how to do that, let me know and I'll ping you over a couple of episodes on how to craft your brand story, how to come up with those key ingredients that you're going to package up. And of course, we can also work together to help you do just that. So just send me a message if you need help with actually understanding what your personal brand is. For the purposes of today, we're assuming you know what you stand for, what the content of your personal brand is, and of course, why you want to build your personal brand. The next step then is the who. Who's your audience? Because yes, we've been a little bit selfish in terms of understanding who we are. Now we need to look externally and think, who is that audience? If, by the way, you're not building your own business, your audience might be key stakeholders in the industry. They might be your colleagues, your employer, your boss, future prospective employers, other key stakeholders again within the industry or externally. But think about who is the audience that you're speaking to on your LinkedIn profile and on the different touch points of your social media that we'll talk about. If you're building your business, your audience will be your prospective clients. So who are they? What do they care about? We've looked at what we care about. Now we're looking externally. We're flipping that over to see what your audience cares about. So first of all, who? The second is what, and this is one of my favorite topics. It's something I did a lot in my corporate days, the content strategy, the content themes that I'd encourage you to come up with, 3, 4, maybe 5 themes that sit at the hot spot, the sweet spot between your brand, who you are and what you want to stand for on the one hand, and on the other hand, that audience, who they are, what they need to know, what they want to know from you. And the sweet spot there, of course, is where there's an overlap between who you are and what you stand for, what you offer, and what they're looking for. So coming up with those content themes. So I talk about, coincidentally, the 5 pillars of redefining success, building your confidence and your resilience, choosing the right business model, building your personal brand. Hello, here we are looking at building your personal brand and designing flexible work-life integration. So what are your content pillars? What is it that you're going to talk about? And then the final piece is where. Which are the channels? And again, you want to be looking at both where you feel comfortable, where you're active, because it's no good thinking, oh, I need to be on Facebook, but I hate Facebook. No, you need to choose somewhere where you're active that suits the medium that you're choosing as well. So if you're thinking of doing video, if you're looking at doing written posts, audio, think about where that's going to sit best, and vice versa. If you've got a channel in mind, think about the format that will be most appropriate there. And then of course, again, we need to flip that over and think about where is your audience active. For most of you, LinkedIn is going to be a really important channel. Again, you're probably watching this on LinkedIn, although I also distribute it on other channels. Instagram could be interesting for you as an entrepreneur, depending on who your audience is. And of course, Facebook is a pretty good mainstream channel that works for most people. But then we can go into things like books and podcasts and so on, so we can get a bit more snazzy. But certainly LinkedIn, I think, is very much underused, both by employees and entrepreneurs. So there you have it, the who, what, where framework for how you can build your personal brand on social media. I will be diving into this more on the podcast, so check out the full episode later this week. And as ever, you can get in touch for help on building your personal brand. And you can always join the Business Accelerator, which is where I work with entrepreneurs to help them build that sustainable, profitable, viable business, one that works around their family, their personal situation, and one that's going to allow them to live the life and have the lifestyle they want. And the personal brand is a really key part of that. It's one of the 5 pillars, as I just mentioned. So again, you can read more about the Business Accelerator if that's something that sounds interesting to you at onestepoutside.com/accelerate, onestepoutside.com/accelerate. Or of course, you can just message me and we could talk about what success and what help could look like for you. I look forward to speaking to you. Bye for now.